Hi everybody, my name's Jordy. I'm here to do a general tarot and oracle card reading for the Pisces Collective. I've already shuffled all the cards and pulled a spread, and we're just going to move through these energies together, see where things go. I've got a little bit of an idea of what's going on, but the story never really starts until I hit the start button on the camera. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting below. I appreciate all of your love and support. So the first thing I'm being drawn to is the card that represents you in the spread, which is the Eight of Swords. In this image here, we have an angel here kind of looking for something that may be lost, and her feathers are kind of falling off here. It's interesting. It actually looks to me like she's making a bed. Maybe it's that whole expression of like, you know, you've made your bed, now you have to lie in it. And that goes well with the Eight of Swords energy in the traditional tarot, because it kind of talks about restrictions and beliefs and ideas that trap us and get us stuck in our own heads, make us feel like we don't have any options in a situation. And but this is something that you have to take accountability for, and your situation is in part due to your actions and your beliefs and thoughts and communications up until this point. And that's a good thing, because that means you can change your situation with a change in approach, you know. Towards the end of the reading, we have the Messenger of Earth. So I'm seeing you here getting out of your head towards the outcome of this reading, feeling more grounded, feeling more focused. So why am I jumping to the very end of the reading for you before we get into the meat of this reading? It's because I'm not sure how, you know, directional I'm going to be able to guide you through these cards today. Like, the story doesn't seem to be like a progression, so to speak. It's more so of like Pisces right now, or a viewer, is realizing that they've trapped themselves in some type of situation or in some type of mindset. There's anxiety around this, but the outcome is you feeling strong, feeling focused, knowing what your intentions are, and focusing on accomplishing those goals. In the middle of the reading, we have the Lizard Spirit, which says dream the world into being. This card came out reversed. So it reminds me of that whole fight or flight instinct, of like, do I try to escape a situation? Do I try to, you know, act upon my fears and take that as a sign that a gut feeling basically that I need to get out of here? Or do we look at that and ask ourselves if that's the right strategy here with the Seven of Swords on the other side of the Eight of Swords here? Maybe it's time to talk to at least your spirit guides, but maybe some people who you're really close to, and get to the bottom of what you really want to do in this situation. I do feel like there's relationship dynamics going on in this situation. Perhaps there's a love dynamic, because we have the Otter Spirit that says you are never alone. And I do have potentially two people that we may be talking about, or you may be thinking about. We have the Bobcat Spirit, which says life is a mystery. So there's kind of like a mystery person here, maybe someone who you've kind of have on your radar, but you're not really sure what that's going to pan out to be. And then you have the Fox Spirit, which seems to be right in your energy field, and it says think quickly on your feet. So there's pressure here from other people for you to choose, perhaps between one person and the other, who you're going to give your most attention and time to. But there's also an element here of like Pisces is more concerned about this feeling of being trapped, of not knowing what to do, of anxious about your situation in general, which might have nothing to do with relationship dynamics, or just maybe that's just the tip of the iceberg. You're starting to disassociate from the relationships in your environment with the Three of Cups reversed here, and that's the issue. You know, if you felt more focused on what it is that you were doing, perhaps with your career, your goals, or your regular routine, that maybe you would have more clarity in your mind about these relationship dynamics that seem to be kind of floating around your energy field. So we have this card in the past here to just kind of explain a little bit of where you're coming from. We have the skunk spirit, which says know your worth. And then we have the strength card next to that with a woman kind of consoling a lion here. I actually feel like if there's a couple things here. First, that this know your worth energy is you experimenting with what it is that you truly value about yourself and about your situation, asking yourself big questions of like, am I worthy of this situation? Is this situation or people worthy of me? And I don't know why worthy is coming through. I guess know your worth is why it's coming through, but it's the sense of like, do you have the right intentions to be supporting you through a relationship dynamic, or does that person have the right intentions for you? And there seems to be a little bit of a showdown here between two different people and yourself, and one person kind of right in your energy field, the other person kind of just waking up to this connection, or kind of like in the background with this line energy, looking a lot like the bobcat energy. It looks like that line is actually making a big yawn, like that person hasn't even entered the room, so to speak. You know, that's a little bit of a mystery element, but you are aware of this person's presence, or perhaps possibility of this person coming into your life if they haven't come into your life already. They are calling you forward, is what I'm hearing. And you know, the overall energy of the reading, which I haven't talked about yet, is the canary spirit, which says sing your own song. Sometimes when I look at this card, I see almost like a weakness in this canary, because it's singing a little tune here, but it's almost as if it could be louder than that. It's like a quiet little tune that the bird is singing. Maybe there's a sense of tiredness, or disassociation, like I was saying, a lack of interest, just kind of going along with the situation, you know, singing along, so to speak. But if this really was your song, if this really was what you wanted or what you decided to commit yourself to, I feel like you would be singing it with more vigor. You'd be showing up with more presence, instead of kind of looking like you are questioning the situation you've gotten yourself in here with these swords energies. I think the universe is kind of saying a couple things here with some of these spirit animal cards today. Like, it is saying you have to think quickly on your feet, because perhaps someone's putting pressure on you to level up or commit to them on a deeper level. But then we have this bobcat spirit, another person that I'm picking up on, that's kind of saying, like, that's not playing all their cards, so to speak. They're like a mystery element here. Maybe they're waiting for you to make a decision on this other person before they even show themselves completely. We do have this otter spirit, which says you are never alone. So I almost get this feeling that like your energy is surrounded by other people right now who are focused on what decisions you're going to make moving forward. And that's where the pressure's coming from. That's where it's kind of feeling like you don't know where to go in this situation. But like I said in the beginning of the reading, you go from this state of like anxiety and, you know, make your bed, now lay in it type of energy, having maybe perhaps already decided on a decision that you were going to make, or maybe you kind of half made a decision already. But then you kind of go through a moment of remembering your own worth, remembering the strength that's within you, and there might be like a deeper calling, a calling for something deeper. And this calling, I don't know if it means that this fox spirit is not that deep calling that you need. I actually feel like it's kind of saying that there's a bit of a tug of war on your energy right now. There's depth in both directions. There's healing in both directions with both people that may be involved in your situation. It's just there's the difference between the two is one person is more in your energy field and right in your presence, or the other person is kind of in the background and kind of calling you forward. I don't feel a sense of competition between these two people, though, as well. There might even be a mutual understanding between the two of them that this is up to you to decide. And they don't want to influence your decision in any way, but they also want to make themselves present and known. Each approaching you and the situation in different ways. Let's clarify this fox spirit, and we'll clarify the bobcat spirit. So the fox spirit has the Page of Pentacles coming out. This is the outcome of the reading, the messenger of earth. So there is a genuine energy to this fox spirit. There's a lesson to be learned here. Perhaps a proposal at some point down the road, a promise, a commitment. This person really wants to focus on you and the relationship with you. The bobcat spirit has the Nine of Swords reversed. And the Ten of Pentacles reversed. With the Five of Wands. Well, that threw me off a little bit, I have to say. Nine of Swords reversed usually talks about guilt and fears and regrets. And the Ten of Pentacles reversed can talk about the end of something, like maybe something generational, generational wealth, generational, or a long-term commitment. Usually it's an ending when it's reversed. Perhaps this bobcat spirit is feeling a lot of guilt, regret, or even shame around walking away from or ending a connection in their own life. And maybe this is why they haven't approached you more directly than the other person has, because they're simply still kind of duking it out and kind of feeling like they don't want to have to like sneak off in order to be with you. They want to get everything out in the open and kind of declare their position before they offer love and perhaps even commitment here, with the Ace of Cups, the Lovers, and the Hierophant. clarify the fox spirit a little bit more. The fox spirit is really intense, you know, really fighting for your attention. With the Nine of Cups reversed here, though, there's something that you don't desire about this connection, or it could be that they're wishing for something that's not in alignment with your wish fulfillment. But we do have the romance card coming out. I almost get this idea that like the fox spirit is quickly learning with the Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. Quickly learning what it is to wish for something that might not be what for somebody else wants, and then discovering that maybe they don't want that in the end as well. So it's interesting. You almost have like a direct engagement or some type of connection with this fox spirit like already, but it could develop into something even deeper if you keep paying attention to this person. Where we have another person who's kind of sorting out their life before they can kind of come in and start a relationship with you. Let's get an outcome for both of these situations. The outcome for the Bobcat is the Hierophant. So there's a very spiritual, highly spiritual connection here with this Bobcat spirit. The outcome could lead to marriage or commitment. The outcome with the fox spirit could end up, you know, leading to heartbreak or pain or separation, just because there's a couple different options being weighed here or being juggled between one thing and the next. Maybe you're not the top priority for this person. I honestly feel like this Bobcat spirit could be someone who you already know, but it could also be someone who like you know is coming, but you haven't met them yet. Anyway, we're going to leave it there. Hopefully there's some things for you to consider that you haven't considered already in this reading. I hope you find it helpful, and I'll see you again soon.